channel. Welcome to Roll with Liz. Welcome to Roll with Liz. Yeah, my name is Liz and I'm a host of this channel. And today we have a beautiful story we're going to listen in. It's a beautiful love story. It's Michelle and Jeff, how they met and also how they've made it in, as far as life is concerned. So they're here to share with us. So if you're joining in from wherever you're joining in, please give the video a thumbs up. And happy Father's Day. If you're a father, if you're watching and you're a father, please happy Father's Day. So let me know what you where you're watching from and how your day is going. If you're a father, happy Father's Day. We're just going to bring in a couple. They're going to share with us their story of how they met and a few of the challenges or even, what they've gone through. They celebrated their 1-year anniversary, and it's a beautiful story to listen to. And I would like to share with you guys. When I saw them, I said, why not share with you guys this story? So if you're watching, let me know what you think and let me know where you're watching from. Let's give them like a few minutes to see if somebody will join so that we can start the chat. So yeah, let me know what's going on. We have our guests ready, but we will give a few minutes for people to join in. So let me know what's going on, guys, and where you're watching from, and yeah, what's going on. So we have them ready. They're up here, ready to go on the screen, but we're going to give a few people a few minutes to join us up here so we can start the story. So yeah, let me know how it is. How is the weather where you are? What's going on? Where you're watching from? And what's new? Besides that, I know in Uganda there's been a lockdown. People are going crazy over that. They don't like it. So how is it, you guys? How is it? So let me know what's going on. So yeah, so I'm just going to put our guests today on the screen whenever they're ready. So just one moment. I'm just waiting to see a few people join in, and then we can start the chat. So give me one moment. And if you're joining in, please make sure you give the video a thumbs up and let me know what's going on. If you're a father, happy Father's Day. If you're an aspiring father, well, we shall celebrate you next year or sometime, okay? So yeah, so let me see how many we have for people now. Let's give ourselves a few more minutes and I'll bring the couple up just in a minute. Just one moment. Okay, so so Michelle and Jeff are ready. I'm going to put them up here. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up if you're joining in. Yeah, let's continue to share some love. So one moment. Let me put them up here. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the stream. So
thanks for having us.
Yes, so you can introduce yourselves to the viewers.
Go ahead.
My name is Michelle.
My name is Jeff. Hi guys. Oh, I don't know if you can see my hand.
Yeah, you can see.
Okay, so people are listening in and they would like to know how you guys met and how life has been for you generally, like from the time you met. Sorry, there's a bit of sound, like feedback, but that's okay. We shall work through it.
Okay. Do you want to tell your version
How
first?
about you go first and I'll end it?
Okay. So,
Ladies first.
So about a little over a year ago, the pandemic had just started. Well, not just started, but like we were in the middle of the pandemic. And I don't know, like I was wanting something new, and I was like, okay, let me try online dating. So I downloaded like various apps for online dating, and none of them really worked. And I was actually about to delete all of them. I started deleting the other ones that I had, and then Tinder was the last one. But then I saw that I had a message from somebody. They had said hi twice. So I was like, let me see who this person is. So then I went on their profile and I was like, okay, they seem like a cool person. They were genuine in their bio. And I saw that they went to UT Austin. So like they go to college. And I saw that they're like, yeah, you seem cool. I wanted to get to know you more. So then I responded. And then from there, we just started talking like a lot. We were texting throughout the day. And then he was like, I want to take you out on a date. And I was like, what? Because all the other people, it's like, I don't know. I never expected to find something like serious out of it. And this guy, he was serious. He was like, I want to take you out. So I really liked the initiative. And I was like, okay, he's forward. I really like that. So a week after we started talking, he was like, let's meet up. So then we met up in downtown Fort Worth because we live in different cities. So we met up in the middle. And then I remember I was like late because when I was driving, and then there was a train on my way there. So I felt super bad. I'm like, this is not going to make a good first impression. I'm already late to our first date. But he was very understanding. And then saw him. I was very nervous, but I walked up to him. And I'm not really a hugger, but I hugged him. And then yeah, we had a good day. We spent the whole day together. And then from then on, we started seeing each other every Saturday. That was like our day, and I would go see him, and then we would just spend the whole day together. Like mostly like either going out to eat, going to parks. We love going to parks and walking the trail. Some days we would have picnics, and some days we would paint. But it was just all really nice. Like that was such a great summer for me, even though we were in a pandemic and everything seemed so crazy. It was so nice to find someone who can like ground you, have a good time with, and just remember that, even in midst all the craziness, like we still have some good.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
yeah. So you wanna?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. Okay. So much like Michelle, okay, a little bit of backstory. I'm not really into dating apps. I'm more of an in-person type of guy, but I have a friend who I go to UT Austin with, who was like, "Yeah, you should get Tinder. Just put yourself out there." And I was kind of nervous because I'm pretty shy. So, but I decided whatever, I'll try it. And I think I was on there for like roughly a week. No, sorry, not a week, like 2 weeks. And most of the people I was matching with, they didn't really respond. Like they would text back like a day later, and that kind of turned me off because I like constant, like we need to be communicating at least. I mean, I understand I'm a busy guy, so like I get that people have lives, but if you're only texting me like one time a day, like we can't build a serious relationship. And I wasn't looking for anything that was like frivolous, like what most people on Tinder are looking for, if we're being quite frank. Okay, so anyway, I'm straying off from the point. So I noticed Michelle had liked my profile, and I was like, oh, she looks very pretty. I noticed that she was Kenyan by the flag in her bio, and I thought that was very interesting. Yeah, Kenyan power, guys. But anyway, so I went and texted. Okay, so the thing about Tinder is like when you send a message, it'll sometimes double send it. So the double hi was actually I typed in hi one time, and it double sent it. No, I'm being for real. I mean, it would be cool if I said hi twice because I guess that sounds cute. But I mean, I did send it one time and it double sent, but I thought that was funny. So anyway, I just rolled with it. And so we were talking, and what really struck me well about Michelle in particular is because she responded back lightning fast. She wasn't taking forever. She wasn't wasting my time. She was actually texting back within a reasonable amount of time, and that really sat well with me. And I'm a straightforward type of guy. I was raised to like want to be in a relationship and want to date. I'm not someone who tries to be a player or like so. With her and with her and what we were talking about, I was like, okay, she seems like the type I'd want to take on a date. So I was like, I want to be straightforward. I want to take you out. What time's good for you? And she was like, okay, I can go next week. And I was like, oh wow, that turned out better than expected. So like she said, we met up in Fort Worth because she lives in Keller, which is a little suburb outside of Fort Worth. And I live in Arlington, where if you guys don't know where Arlington is, it has the Cowboy Stadium, Texas Rangers, a lot of the good Texas sports teams. I mean, the Cowboys aren't good, but they're very popular. So anyway, we met up halfway. I personally don't have a vehicle, so I ended up taking what's called a Lyft. I don't know if they have a Lyft anywhere else, but I mean, it's basically just like
Uber.
Uber. So I took a Lyft to Fort Worth, and I was waiting on her, and I remember I was wearing all black. I have this UT backpack that I love, so I was wearing that. I thought I was
felt
clean.
so bad.
No, it's okay.
In the heat.
I thought I looked really nice, and she texted me. She's like, "I'm gonna be late," and I was kind of nervous. I was like, "Well, dang, maybe maybe I'm not gonna be what she expects. Maybe I'm like gonna disappoint." I was really hoping I didn't, because she was.
You didn't.
Oh, thank you. So I was waiting, and we were gonna get Chick-fil-A, and I was thinking the whole time, I was like, "Dang, it's kind of hot," but I mean, uh, no, sorry, I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but yeah, I was like, it's kind of hot, but I mean, I know it'll be worth it. So I waited, and I was looking around, and you have to understand, I didn't know what car she was coming in, so I'm constantly looking around, and finally she walks up, and she was a little bit shorter than I expected, but that was okay.
Yeah, everybody thinks I'm like taller than I am for some reason.
Yeah, but I thought when she came up, I was like, dang, she's even more pretty than I saw in the pictures. I think I even told you a couple days later, I was like, your pictures don't really do you justice. So when she walked up on me, I was thinking, I was like, dang, she's actually way prettier than she is in her pictures. So I came up to her, and she was like, hey, she was a little shy, but I mean, it's okay, I am too. So
yeah.
I gave her a hug, and then we ordered Chick-fil-A. What's up?
Nothing.
Okay. But yeah, so we ordered Chick-fil-A, and then we were eating, and we were talking about our college experiences. She goes to University of North Texas. She's doing journalism right now. And I'm doing physics at UT. So we were talking about that. We were talking about because we had just finished our freshman year in college, so we were talking about freshman year and like all the new experiences. I personally think college is a million times better than high school.
Me too.
Definitely a lot harder too, though. Don't get it twisted, but just so much more freedom.
Yeah.
And I was like, in my household, my mom basically raised me as if I were an adult, and she talked to me like an adult. So like being in an adult environment and not being treated like a kid anymore, like in high school, unlike in high school, was very nice. So we talked about that a lot. We talked about what else did we talk about? We talked about our favorite artists.
Yeah. I just remember the conversation was very like organic.
Yeah, exactly. Like it didn't feel forced. It wasn't awkward, which is not the case with a lot of other people. So that also vibed really well with me. Yeah, everything was just organic. Nothing felt really awkward at times, and that helps things because I'm an awkward person. So like when something goes well and doesn't have awkward moments, that's how I know, like, yeah, this is perfect. So after we ate, do you mind if I just tell them the rest of the date?
Yeah.
Okay. So after we ate, we drove around downtown a little bit. She got lost a little bit on the highway. She was like, "Oh, it's okay, forgive my driving," and I was like,
so embarrassed.
"No, but it's okay. I mean, I still have to get my driver's license, so no judge. So I didn't think anything of it, and it was fun because I like being in the passenger seat and we're driving. Like, I like that feeling. So we were listening to a lot of music. She was listening to some One Direction, some Coldplay, some Ariana Grande, and I wasn't a huge fan of One Direction growing up, but she definitely has gotten me into them.
I was obsessed.
Yeah, and I admit they're actually very talented. I didn't give them much of a fair chance when I was growing up. But anyways, so we're driving around, and then we stopped. We like try and go to an ice cream place, right? The same one that we went to like last week. Yeah. So we walk to this ice cream place, but we get lost, so we have to use Google Maps and try and find it. And they were closed. I was like, dang, we did all that walking for nothing.
So much, and then we got there and they were closed.
But then anyway, so after we found out they were closed, so then we're walking back to the car, and I decide, I'm like, okay, well, I probably should initiate things. I want to try and give her a kiss, because she said that we had texted earlier, and she was like, oh, if you wanted to give me a kiss, I'm down for it. I'm just not experienced. I was like, okay.
Yeah, this Jeff is my first boyfriend.
That's okay. I mean, yeah, you have to understand. I mean, I didn't have a girlfriend until my senior year in high school, so it's not like I'm the most experienced either. So I already went into that understanding, like, hey, I just got to be careful. I have to be slow. Like, don't force anything that's not there. Yeah. And so I asked her, I was like, okay, can I give you a kiss now? And she's like, okay, yeah, we can do that. And it was the most awkward thing ever.
It was so bad. It was so bad.
And I felt like I could have done better, but because I was the one who was slightly more experienced. But then we tried a second kiss. I think it was like an hour later, and it went fine.
Yeah.
And it was the most amazing thing ever. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like when you're with someone that you're really into and you show affection to that one person in particular. It's amazing. But I mean, obviously if someone else were to come up and try to do it to you, that's like the worst thing in the world because it's
Yeah.
like, whoa, back away.
But yeah, so then after that, like I said, we just kept on meeting every Saturday or so, and then we would just go on little dates and stuff, and that's how we got to know each other more. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
So definitely we're both big believers in like dates and like in person because I think it's very awkward over the phone.
Yeah.
Um
That's how you get to know someone, like
yeah.
seeing their interactions in like person. It's like, I don't know, you can catch more things than if you were just talking to them like over the internet.
Mhm.
Which, I mean, if that's the only way you can communicate with that person, that's not bad too.
Yeah.
Like, as long as you're getting to know the person, like.
But if you're like in the same area, you should definitely try and meet up. I
Yeah.
think just keeping it the internet is kind of it's not my thing. But I just think that's kind of unnecessary. If you're in the area, why not just meet up sometime? It's not
If
like you have
you
to do it
can.
every
Yeah.
if you can, and it's not like you have to do it every day. But I mean, every once a week, twice a week, whenever you can. I think.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, that's quite interesting. Thank you for sharing it, guys. So I have a question. So have your parents both met?
Yes.
Yeah.
And how did it go?
It went well.
Yeah.
I was super nervous, but it went really well. And I think, like, growing up, I was never like allowed to date because my parents, Kenyan African parents, they're a little bit strict. But now that I'm older and like my mother trusts me a lot, it was really nice. Like, the fact that she likes Jeff like meant a lot to me because I was super nervous because I want, not that like, yeah, I wanted her approval because it's like I want my mom to like the person that I'm dating. Otherwise, that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
And I'm sure vice versa with you.
Well, I actually so I wasn't nervous because I know the type of person my mom is, and I just knew I had a feeling that like right off the bat my mom would love you, and I was right. She ended up telling me after she met Michelle, she was like, Michelle is very classy. She's very well dressed. She's very beautiful. Like you definitely hit the nail on the head with dating her. And disclaimer: my mom is very, very like selective. Like she doesn't think anyone should be allowed to date me. She's like, you're just too good. You're too good of a guy. Like
I mean, rightfully so. I understand that.
yeah, but no, but that means like when she likes someone, like there's obvious you have to be a cut above you have to be several cuts above everyone else to fit that.
Because my mom also, she's really selective too. Because she wants someone that will treat me good. Like as long as they're treating me good, that's what matters. And they're a good person, and you're a good person.
Thank you.
Cool. I'm so glad your parents got to meet and everything went well. Sometimes it doesn't happen for everybody. You may meet your boyfriend's family and they don't like you that much. So that I'm happy for you guys.
Thank you.
And how has the journey been for you guys? I mean, besides your family's reaction, how has it been with your friends and anyone around you guys? Have you had any issues? Have you had any negative energy, or is it been positive also?
It's been a little bit of both. Oh,
yeah. No, for me, I think it's been mostly positive because I mean, all my friends have received Jeff well. Like he's met like my roommates and like we've hung out and stuff. He's met like some of my friends too, and I mean, I wouldn't just like present them with anybody. Like I think you're a good person, and they're also good people. So it's like I didn't expect anything bad to come out of like y'all meeting.
Yeah.
I think I lost you guys. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I think I lost you guys. So, okay. So thank you guys for tuning in today. Sorry, the internet, I think we got some bit of issues and I couldn't hear our guests, but thank you guys for tuning in. Simple Edith, I see you. Esther, thank you. Coach Remy, thank you for tuning in. So I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream because I think our guests, I don't know what happened, but the connection was really bad and they dropped off. But I'll bring them back into the next live stream. I'll bring them back and we shall get to know them a little bit more. So thank you guys for joining me today. I am so happy to have you guys on the show. So I'll bring them back. We shall chat more about Michelle's life from Kenya to the US and also her childhood, if you like. So leave me any questions if you have any, and I'll bring them back. I'll bring the couple back and we shall have a chat. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you in my next upload. Bye bye. Happy Father's Day.